And now, the podcast you've been waiting for. Live from Barona Speedway, Fast Lane Productions presents Race Talk Live. Here's your host.
I'm here at Barona Speedway. We're pit side with Randy Alldredge and Finley Willingham. So we're just going to talk some racing today here at Barona. And Finley, I'm going to start with you. Last week, you got the big W. So tell us about your win last week.
I just held that lead and had a hit with the 76 Marshall Gilmore, and I guess they gave me my spot back, and I won. It feels great to get back into victory lane with this victory circle car.
I understand, Finley, that you're not only racing dwarf cars, I understand that you're racing a go-kart series somewhere. Why don't you tell us about your go-kart racing? It's
called fat karting, and it's basically just go-karts. They're electric go-karts that we are going up to maybe 65 miles an hour is the highest speed we are in, so
that's just 65. Yeah. That's like 100 when you're sitting that close to the ground there, Finley. So where are you racing these at?
Adams Motorsports Park and Apex Motorsports Park.
Okay, yep, I'm familiar with that. All right. And how'd you get into that?
I guess my dad was just looking for something else to get us into the racing career, and that's what he found, and I guess we just started that.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. So let's go back to talking here about local racing here at Barona on the dirt. You've been wheeling this number 9 mini dwarf around here. Tell me what it's like racing here at Barona in a mini dwarf.
Well, it's intense. There are a whole bunch of other good drivers in my class right now, so yeah, it's competitive.
And how long have you been racing that mini dwarf?
2 years in that mini dwarf, 2 years in my 2 years in sportsman class in a different car.
Okay. And sportsman class is kind of the class that you start out in when you're in a mini dwarf, yes?
Yeah.
Is there much difference in a sportsman car versus a Masters?
Not really, but I think the Masters cars go a little bit faster than the sportsman cars.
How do you like racing on the dirt at Barona?
Well, it's fun. I just like getting hacked sideways, going into those turns.
What'd you say last time I talked to you? You said I like chucking it in there sideways. Isn't that what it was? Like that. We're gonna build a meme out of that one here soon, Finley.
Okay.
And do you know about how many cars are in your division here at Barona?
Sometimes like 9 to 14-ish.
Okay. So you got a good field of cars. There's some good competition out there, yeah?
A lot of competition.
What do you prefer, Finley? Do you prefer a dry, slick track, or do you prefer a little bit heavy, wet, tacky track?
Heavy, wet, tacky track.
A little faster, huh?
Yeah.
When it's wet, you can really chuck it in there, huh? And you enjoying racing out here at Barona?
Yep. It's intense.
Awesome. Let's talk with Randy for a minute. Randy, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, Leonard. Thank you.
Thank you for coming out and helping me put this together and joining our podcast today here at Barona. I want to be just a little chill, lax, just talk about racing. How long you been racing stock cars in general, Randy?
I've been racing stock cars since 2010. Took a small little break, a couple years, and then got bit by the bug again. Had to come back and give it another go.
How many years have you been racing here at Barona?
Would be 7 years total here at Barona, yeah.
And what were you racing before that?
Not before it, but somewhere in the middle, I started doing a little bit of asphalt, some road racing, and some autocross.
So tell me a little bit about your asphalt racing.
Asphalt's intense. You got to be perfect almost every single lap. On the dirt, it's a little bit more forgiving. You can search around, find something that you're missing, in the chassis setup. But asphalt, you gotta hit it perfect almost every single time.
And what were you racing and where?
I ran a super late model that we ran out in Las Vegas. I ran the big show that they had out there in November 2 years in a row. First year we made the show, 150 lapper. Finished 11 laps down. We totally missed on the setup. And then the second year we didn't qualify. Same thing, just kind of missed on the setup, and driver's fairly fresh. And then we're running a Mustang up at Sonoma. Kind of periodically we go up there and run this Fox Body Mustang up at Sonoma.
That's a road course track, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, what's that like?
It's wild. I mean, it's a lot of fun. To me, it's a lot like dirt racing. You can change the way you enter the turn to get underneath a guy as you're coming out of a turn. There's a lot of setup during driving. You can set a guy up for a pass. The lefts and rights are a lot of fun.
Let's talk a little bit about racing back here at Barona on the dirt. Right now, you're running a Barona Pure Stock, yes?
Yes, absolutely.
Tell me about your car.
So my car's a 77 Nova, set up by Jason Ponsler. Jason Ponsler Chassis, Showtime Motorsports. We run an MPRE small block Chevy in it. It's a manual transmission, 4 9-inch rear end, but they keep us kind of limited on tires. We're stuck on a 225 tire, real skinny tire, skinny wheel, and stuck on stock shocks. So it kind of helps limit the field down, create some parity. It keeps everybody tight.
So when I look at the Pure Stocks here at Barona, for instance, I'm looking across the way at the car sitting right over here, the number 46 car, the Cole Trickle paint scheme there. And some of these cars look like they have factory steel bodies on them, but your car does not look like it has a factory steel body. So tell me about the rules. I'm guessing that you can put fiberglass skins over the factory steel body?
Yeah, so we have to maintain steel body. It doesn't have to be factory. We have to keep 18 gauge minimum steel body panels underneath it, but it does have to have fenders, doors, quarters, and roof that are steel. We do overlay it with fiberglass. I use Norris Racing products as my fiberglass overlays, and that's just to keep it looking nice. I work for JBA Speed Shop. They're a big sponsor of mine, and I can't be showing up at their car shows with an ugly car. So
that's actually pretty nice because, the little bit older cars, the metric G-body cars, the older Novas, at this point, they're got to be hard to start finding actual factory steel panels for them. So it's nice that you can throw a fiberglass panel over the car because, it's just a matter of unriveting some body panels, riveting some new ones on, and throwing some vinyl on it, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. And with the Norris products, you only have to buy one body a year. Even if you put a big hole in it, you could take them to him. He'll patch them back up for you, and you can put it back on the car.
Yeah, Mark's always been a good guy like that, helping out with the local racing. And tell me about little bit about the rules here at Barona in the factory stock class as far as what are you allowed to have compression-wise, engine size, rear ends, transmission, stuff like that.
So engine size, pretty much everybody here has a Chevy, so I'll only talk about those guys. You're allowed 360 cubic inch max. Compression ratios, 170 cranking compression, or 175. We have a vacuum rule. We minimum 17 inches of vacuum at 800 RPM after the race, which keeps camshaft, big, loud, lumpy camshafts down. Keeps horsepower down a little bit on them. You can run any transmission, automatic or manual, but you do have to run either a stock torque converter, stock size torque converter, or a stock size clutch, which is what we're running, stock size flywheel and clutch. We have a 3-speed manual in our car. And then your rear end, it's kind of open. They let you run either a 10 bolt or a 4 9-inch, doesn't matter what chassis you have. We do have a 9-inch in our car. That way we can go travel, like go up to Merced or Paris, or we can go, hopefully when Cocopah opens up, they'll let us bring our cars out and I can change the gear for that place.
Well, I see on the schedule coming up for that towards the end of the year when they do open up, they've already got you guys on schedule for that. So be interesting to see you come down, and we'll definitely hang out down there. Carburetor-wise, you guys are running a 500 CFM Holley, yeah?
Yeah, we run the Holley 4412 500 CFM carburetor, untouched. They give us the go, no-go gauge, drop it in, make sure the bores aren't messed with, venturis aren't messed with. They allow us a little bit of performance things, but they do still restrict us on the intake manifold. It has to be factory cast iron, and exhaust manifolds have to be factory cast iron with only a 2-inch outlet.
I would say rules like that are meant to make the class affordable to race, because the guy with the most money can't win all the races.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. That's a great thing. It's a good way to have it. You got a nice, tight class of field of cars. It comes down to getting your cars set up right. The guy that can drive and the guy that figured out, the right shock or the right spring rate and the right tire pressure for the night. Speaking about motors, let me go back to Finley for a minute. Finley, can you tell me what power is these mini dwarfs?
It's a 212cc Predator motor.
And are you allowed to do anything to that motor?
No, I don't.
Is that a sealed spec motor?
it's not sealed for the Masters. For the Sportsman, it's sealed.
Okay,
So-
and it is the Predator motor. It's the racing motor that Predator builds. All right, and are they chain driven?
Yes, they
It
are
is chain
chain
driven.
driven.
And clutch, they must have some type of clutch in them, or an automatic clutch.
I don't know.
You're not sure? Okay, that's all right. That's all right. Is your dad teaching you the mechanics on the car? Are you getting in there with the wrenches and stuff, and
Yeah,
learning how to do some work on it?
I'm fixing the panels every night, but
Well, you've been out front for the well. I mean, you've been working your way through, but once you get out front, you stay out of the tangle ups behind you and keep pretty clean car. I did see you have a younger brother, right? And what's his name?
Asher Willingham.
Asher. And I seen Asher. He got a little tangle up. I think he put the car over on its lid, didn't he?
Yep, that was the 2-day show for Memorial Day.
And we're gonna catch up with Asher here soon, and we'll talk to him a little bit about his racing too. Finley, tell me how did you get into a dwarf car? What got you started in dwarf car? Did you race go-karts before that, or is this your first thing you ever raced?
It was a long time ago, so I'm just like, I think it was just watching racing with my dad every night, and I'm like, okay, I like this, and that's how I got to this sort of racing right now.
And when you say watching racing, what were you watching? Go-kart racing or something, or?
It was like everything really. It was from midgets to maybe like sprint cars, everything really.
And how old are you, Finley?
9.
9. What grade are you in?
3rd.
Man, you ever take that thing to school?
Nah.
No?
I sure wish I could though.
all the kids at school will be like, what? You're a race car driver? Right?
I've told my friends,
That's pretty cool, Finley. It's awesome that you started out this young. It give you some experience, and as long as you stay with it, you'll work your way from a dwarf car to maybe a pro dwarf car and a sprint car. And so you're 9 now. So what do you see yourself going to next once you decide you want to move up? What's the next thing you'd like to get into?
Hopefully after this, I don't know, maybe a junior sprint after this, or if we don't do the junior sprint, I feel we may just go to a micro. But if we do the junior sprint, I bet you we're probably going to do the dwarf car here at Barona.
Okay. And the little sprint cars, the junior sprints and micro sprints, they race those here too, yes?
Not the micro sprints. That's
the
the
micros.
Lightnings. But like micros, they're not too far away. They're like Phoenix, Arizona. But
So what are the little sprint cars that I see running around up here? Are those junior sprints?
on our track?
Yeah, there's another car
yeah,
that's
those are-
just above you guys.
Yeah, those are junior sprints.
Those are junior sprints. All right.
Uh-huh.
See yourself moving into something like that
Yeah, maybe.
a few years down the road?
Mhm.
Right on. And who helps you get your car out here? Your mom, your dad, grandma? Tell us a little bit about who gets your cars out here for you and brings you out here to the track.
My dad, my mom, grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles, and all of my family is helping me.
Awesome. And I look back at your car, Finley, and I see, you got a full containment seat in that thing. It's got a full roll cage in it. That's got to be a lot of fun, huh?
It sure is.
They look like they're a blast to drive, Finley.
Yeah, they don't have much power, but you can really handle them if you know how to.
And I do have a question about racing around on the track up there. When the track is wet, is it a single groove track? Is it a 2-groove? Can you go up wide on that track?
It depends on the night. It depends if it's got grip. If it's got grip, there's normally going to be maybe a 1-lane. Sometimes it's 2-lane, but it's just pretty much in the 2 lanes.
So everybody gets right down on the bottom and.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't just rip the fence like a.
Can't rip the fence? That's what I wanted to know. Can you just get up there and rip the fence?
Nah, you don't have enough power for that. I'm sure if you did have enough power, you probably could, but.
That's probably why. That's what you need. It's got to be the power to get you up through a little bit of marbles up there and keep you ripping them tires through it, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Finley, where do you race? You race other than your go-karts with your dwarf car? Do you race that dwarf car anywhere else other than right here?
Well, we've been to Central Arizona's Motor Speedway, but we've been to Paris, the go-kart track, and well, not the go-kart track, the dirt oval, but We've been to Mojave Valley Raceway, and that's it.
Awesome. And let me go back to Randy for a minute. Randy, with this quarter mile up here, I mean, this is a unique quarter mile, but it's got a little bit different corner at one end than it does in the other, but not much. Yes.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. 1 and 2 kind of shelves off a little bit on the top, and 3 and 4 keeps a nice banking all the way to the fence.
So in the bigger cars, can you rip that outside?
Yeah, absolutely. So you usually not when you're first up, when it's super wet and sloppy. When you're second up, when somebody has already kind of packed the track in, you can get up there and rip the top side pretty good. If you try it in 1 and 2, though, it kind of, like I said, it shelves off, so you get kind of flat.
Yeah, to get up on that shelf, it probably slinks you up towards the wall.
It'll suck you right in like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I thought so. I see where the guys get up there, and once they get just a certain distance up the track, it looks like they just push right up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And 3 and 4, it looks like it's more evenly banked all the way around.
It is, and you can put that right rear right on the fence if you wanted to and just drag it all the way across.
I thought so, because I've seen a few of these cars get that bumper right up on the wall almost.
Yeah.
As far as your rule book goes, is there any tire pressure rules or anything like that in your class?
No tire pressure rules, just size. You have to have the same size tire on all 4 corners, and same size wheels, as well as offset. Your offset has to stay the same.
Offsets, stuff like that?
Yeah, they all have to stay the same on all 4 corners.
Okay,
yeah.
So you can change the tire pressure, spring rates?
Spring rates you can change. We're allowed racing springs in the car.
Awesome. Well, with that being said, do you know where you start tonight?
I have no idea. If we're going by point average, I'll start in the back of the heat race, and then if I can qualify, we'll probably be mid-pack, 9th or 10th.
Okay. Finley, tell us, who are your sponsors that get your car out here every week?
Willingham and Sons, 5-star service, West Coast Sand and Gravel, Diamond Environmental, Stanley Bacco, Hague Water, Up the Irons, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles, and my parents, well, cousins, and yeah.
Awesome, Finley. Well, thanks for letting me sit down with you and do this little short podcast with you. Good luck tonight. I hope you see you up there in the front again tonight. Randy, can you tell us about your sponsors? Give your sponsors a shout out. Tell us who helps you get your car out here every week.
So my beautiful wife, Megan, helps me get the car out every week. She's always there, help me get it clean. I picked a white suit this season, and it probably wasn't the best idea. And every time we get out of the car, things brown. She gets it in the washing machine right away, gets it all sparkly clean again. So she's magnificent. I love Megan to death. Fry Mechanical, Alan Fry owns the car. We have JBA Speed Shop, Turquoise Barn Cider, DD West Race Wraps, Norris Racing Products, Proper Plumbing. They're here in Ramona. JBA Meltdown Tires. We have Triton Imaging, did all the wrap on my helmet. So yeah, whole bucket of people.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming out and sitting through our podcast today. I want to thank the good people at Barona for having us out. Thank you always for putting on a great show for the race cars, the fans, and everyone else here. And Randy, good luck to you tonight as well.
Appreciate you.
And be sure to follow us Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Fastlane Productions. I'm Leonard Manos, and we'll see you on the next one.